February, so I'm currently November, December, January, February, 3 years and 4 months locked, and my hair has just hit that point where I feel like it's really starting to show more growth now. I'm in a little bit of a place where I'm wishing it was longer, missing the older and shorter lengths, but I'm loving this too. So I'm just trying to get by, y'all. Just trying to get by. Hey everyone, hi. It's been a little bit of time since I did a video. I am currently 4 years in October, November, December, 2 years, 2 years locked. It's been 4 years and 2 months since I've started my locks, and I've been tested with the concepts that I have stepped out to start my locks with, and the main concept being holding on and embracing journeying and being conscious of the process and being patient. So I made a observation the other day when I was looking at my hair and the length of it. I've told you guys that I feel like it's been growing really, it's been taking a long time to grow. But this is the length that I was like really looking forward to when I started my locks. I wanted to get to this length. I started them when they were like really tiny. They were like right here when I had initially started them. And I was looking forward to this length because I felt like it was going to be a length that was just going to be really full, and you wouldn't be able to see through to the back of my hair because my hair was, shorter when I first started it. So I was really looking forward to this length. And the other day I made a video, and I mentioned in that video that this length has been very much of a struggle for me. I didn't want to share it in that video because it was just really an emotional topic. It was still very much private, but I recently, maybe about a couple of months ago, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she has since then, since her diagnosis, she has actually passed away. And it's hard for me to say it out loud because it's still kind of like so unbelievable to me because everything happened so quickly from her diagnosis to her death. She really pushed through in such a remarkable way, but it was only about 3 months and no signs, no inclination that she was sick leading up to her pain and her going into the hospital. But it was just really like it happened so fast. A couple of years now I've been very much focused on kind of reviewing myself and analyzing myself and being more conscious of why I operate the way I operate, why I do the things that I do. And in that time frame, it's really allowed me to become a lot closer to my mom. It's made me more reflective and, made me really pay attention to my family and my relationships and just the people that I've allowed in my life, people I've let out of my life. I really had to kind of do some self searching. And with that self searching, I feel like there's moments where a lot of memories will come back to me, a lot of things and promises that I've said to myself, which is really important, I think, when you are journeying or trying to do anything, is to pay attention to the signs that are around you. So I had a lot of signs over the last couple of years that really made me want to have a better relationship with my family, and my mom included. I've been able to talk to her about things, her childhood and her growing up, because I came to her with a lot of the things that I was going through and had been going through over the past few years with separating from my husband and just kind of being a single mom, because I was in no way a single mom because he was very much present, but being in the home by myself, coming home and being a single mom, between the hours of 5 to whatever, and the way I felt about myself. So I talked to her about a lot of things, and I think that I got so much from her and have been practicing gratefulness in so many ways that I've kind of been praising her and appreciating her in our relationship so much more before her diagnosis. it makes the process of going through something so difficult and so unexpected. Because when I say it was unexpected, like getting that phone call, and my dad telling me that it doesn't sound good, like it was just really an unexpected, wild, crazy phone call. Like I just, even going back in my head and thinking about that phone call, it was just like, how is this even possible, you know? I'm sorry, I was doing this video without the tears. Okay. I'm telling you all of this to tell you this. And it goes back to my journeying, my lock journey, and paying attention to my hair, and everything is intertwined. And I know one thing doesn't have anything to do with the other, but it's just the way that my mind processes things. I look for signs and everything. If a leaf falls and hits the ground in front of me, it has told me something. If the wind blows in a certain way, like I'm just conscious of the energy and the energies around me. I'm conscious of the Holy Spirit and how the Holy Spirit works through memory and works through prodding, and that small voice, that still small voice that you hear in the back of your head pushing you. You can't like discredit that. I do not think for a second that it was by accident that I was conscious of this length of hair. And I don't think it was by accident that I felt and have been feeling like my hair has not been growing quickly at all. I think it was just it was a slow journey to get to this length because of all the things that are happening in my life at this length. I could have never expected or ever thought that I would be going through the things that I'm going through right now. And with me practicing gratefulness and being very much aware of my journey and wanting to kind of document everything and hold on to everything, this is something that's going to be really, really hard. It is the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through and had to pretend to be okay through. But I feel like really, really strong, and it's like a little scary. It's a scary feeling. I watched her and her strength and the way that, like, she really was just like graceful. Like she journeyed through this sickness like so gracefully. And my dad, especially in going through my divorce and dating and raising my daughter, I have spent a lot of time thinking about the importance of the family. Spent a lot of time thinking about the relationships that men should have with their children. And I've been very fortunate that I've had great examples and I've had bad examples, you know, and in going through life and journeying through life and seeing my dad, I always thought my parents are my dream couple. I've always respected the way that they operate and they move. They do everything together. They're always with each other. I've never seen them argue. I mean, I've seen them argue. They've had their little disagreements around the dinner table, somebody talking too much, somebody saying ain't something they shouldn't be saying, those kind of little quick spats, but nothing like major where dishes were breaking. And I am thankful for that because I understand and I realize when I see other relationships that it is possible. So I'm thankful for not having to have experienced that. Seeing the way that my dad really like championed for my mother, advocated for her, he was by her side. He did everything for her. Like my dad was an MTA bus driver. He's retired as an MTA bus driver, but he was like her nurse. He was her doctor. He was setting up her IV. He was flushing her IV. He was giving her like he transformed and became a whole different person. And that to me is what love is. It's the epitome of love. It's the epitome of relationships, of marriages, of family. Is someone when you make that vow that you're really going to go through sickness and health with. Like he was by her side tirelessly. And when I say tirelessly, like from the moment he woke up to not even going to sleep, like someone having to tell him like, Daddy, go and take a nap. Like he did everything. Men don't always keep their promises. They don't always keep their promises. They don't always come through. They don't always hold up the end of their bargain. Women don't do it either. But to see a man and a woman who loved each other the way that my parents did and really like sacrificed for each other, like is remarkable. It shows me how possible it is. Like documenting the journey and getting to this length is a bittersweet thing because it's coming with so much knowledge and so much patience and so much gratefulness, but it's also coming with sadness. It's also coming with like a little bout of depression because, excuse me, a little bout of depression because this is tough. But I wanted to come and just talk to you guys about not rushing time, because you don't know what time is going to bring you. You don't know what lessons it's going to bring you, and you don't know the place it's going to drop you in. So in your lock and your life journey, don't rush anything. This is the length that I wanted to get to so bad. This length right here. And what I have going on in my life right now is so beyond anything that I could have imagined finding me when I found this length. But all right, give me a second because I'm feeling let me gather my. I stepped into my lock journey really kind of thinking that, I was going to be documenting time. I was going to be holding on to everything. I look at pictures and I see myself in different ways, blah, 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 when I look at old pictures. But with my locks, I was just going to be growing with my locks. So it was major to me with starting my locks to be watching my life and my life journey with my lock journey. So that's what I've been doing. But lo and behold, I get to this length and I'm going through the hardest thing. I'm in a space where I'm learning so much and I'm getting so much information. I'm learning so much more about myself. I have been learning so much about myself in the last couple of years that it's been like, oh God, I'm getting emotional already. I did not want to do that. I've been learning so much about myself in the last couple of years that it's been like kind of like amazing and weird to me. I've been very conscious of the things that I do and who I am. And although I haven't fully been able to control every aspect of myself, there's things that I still want to work on. There's a lot of things that I'm mindful of with my lock journey and the time and the lessons that I've learned. But the biggest ones is one, not rushing time, being in the moment and respecting the moment, because we just don't know how much time we're going to have. Like 3 months, like don't rush time. Don't rush time. I wanted to get here so bad, and well, not so bad because I was patient through my journey, but I wanted to get here, and it's coming with like a flood of emotions that I'm trying to process and I'm trying to handle. I've been documenting my journey. I've been documenting my life. So this is a part of it. I got to keep it real with you guys. Even the books that I have been reading over the last few months before my mom was diagnosed, I felt were preparing me for this moment. Like, I'm very conscious of signs and paying attention to the things that are happening around you, and they're happening to you. Things were happening to me. Things were happening to me, and I had to acknowledge them and I had to respect them and I had to act on them. The time that I was able to spend with my mom, the questions that I was able to ask her, even the drama that was going on in my life, over the last couple of years, and me wanting to go to her and talk to her about certain things. I feel like that was all a part of my steps being ordered, because I had to go through it to be able to connect with her and be able to see her on a different level. I'm practicing gratefulness. So with me practicing gratefulness, I feel like it's really put me in a position where I'm really able to kind of think of things differently. Like, she did not complain. It didn't even seem like she was worried. Like, she really believed that things were going to change and things were going to happen for her. And I don't